Hello everyone, I'm Jingyu. I lead the developer relations team on AI on Android. It's been exciting to see the innovations from our developer community using Google's AI to build applications that are creative, intelligent, and most importantly, helpful to the everyday life of people around the world. One of the best ways to bring this next generation of intelligent experiences to everyone is directly in the mobile devices in your pocket. At Android, we've been innovating rapidly with the power of Gemini to help users be more productive, creative, and expressive. Starting with the assistant experiences rebuilt with Gemini, making it more powerful and helpful than ever before. We can all use a great assistant in our busy life and work schedules. Luckily, Gemini can understand not just the words, but our intent, follow our train of thought, and complete complex tasks with the help of our favorite applications. Besides integrating Gemini deeply in the Android operating system, we also enabled innovations in applications from our Android developer community. A few months ago at Made by Google, we shared a suite of updates in applications, from Recorder to TalkBack, and screenshots to Pixel Studio leveraging Google's AI. And at the recent AI on Android Spotlight Week, we also shared stories from applications like Hiker, the offline hiking app, Life, a personal diary journal app, and Meal Planner app, which brought AI into their applications. With these inspiring app showcases in mind, let's dive into how you can build intelligent features to transform your user's experience with the power of AI. At Google, we provide a full tech stack, unlocking you to build AI into your application with the end-to-end experience. From our advanced AI models running in the cloud on Google's world-class infrastructure, to our most efficient model, Gemini Nano, which is optimized for mobile devices. You may ask, when do I choose an on-device model versus over-the-cloud solutions? It really depends on your use case requirement and which market your users are, what device reach you're targeting for your AI feature. There's definitely some trade-offs to be made, but here's the advantages an on-device model offers. It processes data locally, reducing the need for data transfer with a server. It fully functions offline, ensuring consistent performance regardless of internet connection. And since it's powered by your device hardware and the models on device, it lowers cost and reduces latency. To evaluate if Gemini Nano is the right choice for your use case, we recommend you experiment with it first. Gemini Nano experimental access is available for everyone to try since October this year. All right, let's get building with a few lines of code to get you access with Gemini Nano. First, you want to sign up for experimental access and add the dependency of the Google AI Edge SDK to your Gradle file. You can then customize parameters of the model, including temperature, top K, candidate count, and max output tokens. Then, initiate the model with the model configurations. Optionally, you can provide the download config in order to handle events during model download. The download callback will inform you when the model and feature download is completed. You can override the onDownload completed method to handle when inference will be made available to your users. Now, let's use the model for inference. All you need to do is use coroutine to run generate content with your prompt. In cases where you want to provide system prompts and separate user input with multiple strings, you can create a content object with each line of input and pass that into generate content method as a parameter. And it's that simple. You are now using Gemini Nano on device to generate content in your app. Developing with Gemini Nano is a breeze thanks to the Android system service called AI Core doing the heavy lifting behind the scenes. AI Core handles all the complexities from interacting with the Gemini Nano model, the built-in safety features, to hardware accelerations. And for key use cases requiring higher quality, AI Core also supports fine-tuning using low-rank adaptation, or LoRa for short. Ready to explore the power of Gemini Nano? Our developer guide on the Android developer documentation page is a great place to start. And don't forget to check out our sample app on GitHub, which is available both in Kotlin and Java. For those of you who have more complex use cases, let's say you need to extract information from a video input and generate a structured output in JSON. Our larger and more capable models are here to help. And we make it easy for you to build directly in your Android app with the Gemini API in the Android SDK. For prototyping with your use case, Google AI Studio is a great place to start. If you're shipping an Android app in production, you're probably using the REST APIs in your backend, which is available in Google AI Studio or Vertex AI. And you expose your AI feature to your client through a service layer. We are simplifying this with the Vertex AI for Firebase SDK, allowing you to call the Gemini API directly from your Android app, using languages like Kotlin, Java, or Dart, without the need to handle a backend service. And you will only need a few lines of code. After enabling Vertex AI in the Firebase console, set the dependencies. Then instantiate the model and generate content using just 3 lines of code. It's extremely simple to use, and it unlocks you to the power of our more advanced models like Gemini 1.5 Flash and Gemini 1.5 Pro. Vertex AI for Firebase is GA, so you can start using it in your production apps right now. It's not just Google's apps building with Gemini API. We see a growing ecosystem of app developers bringing Gemini into their applications. Jermaine George recently sat down with our developer relations team, sharing his experience building with Gemini 1.5 Flash to create an AI assistant that engages with the users in conversations and generates a personalized journal entry capturing the essence of that conversation in the live personal diary app. Explore advanced capabilities. Learn from real-world examples from other Android developers. Visit the Android developer documentation to access our developer guide, code lab, and videos. Besides models, SDKs, and services, we provide you to build AI-powered applications. We're also incorporating AI to accelerate your productivity on Android. Since the introduction of Gemini in Android Studio, we have heard from our developer community on how it helps you build apps faster. Recently, we have released a bundle of updates to Gemini in Android Studio. And now, Gemini helps you across all stages of development lifecycle in Android Studio. Here are some features that are available in the Canary channel of Android Studio. Gemini helps you generate previews using Compose preview generation, making it easier than ever to build with Compose. We have added the prompt library, which stores your frequently used prompts, and you can apply them using a single click. Gemini Code Transforms, which allows you to select a snippet of code and apply any changes using Gemini. And many other features, like commit message generation, app quality insights, unit test scenario generation, and many more. Now, think about what features will delight your users, and how you can bring that into action with generative AI. Learn more about the Gemini Nano experimental access and Gemini API in Vertex AI for Firebase, as well as new features in Gemini Android Studio from Android developer documentation.